It was a dream for a long time, and now a dream come true for a couple of friends who wanted to take their love for brewing beer to the next step. We were able to take a behind-the-scenes look at Back Alley Brewing Company in Dormont to see how they craft their beers in a building with a lot of history. Take a look. If you drive down West Liberty Avenue, you know this building. It's been here since the early 1900s. It served as the Dormont Borough Building, the police department, the fire department. More recently, a bridal shop was here, but now you can pop inside and get a cold one with friends. Let's take you inside and meet the minds behind Back Alley Brewing Company. Hi, Lee. Hi, Cody.
Hi, Heather.
This is awesome.
Thanks
this is
for
so
coming.
cool. Lee, I hear you're going to show us around.
Yeah, let's go
show
take
us
a
where
look.
you make all the beer.
So down here is where we make all the beer.
So Back Alley Brewing, how'd you come up with the name?
So we used to brew in the alley right, a couple blocks this way. We grew up as home brewers and we kind of just made beer together. We wanted to turn it into a profession because we felt like we were starting to get decent at it, and here we are. So we kept the name as like a nod to
your past, yeah. And so what do we have brewing right now?
So in the tanks right now, we've got Beauregard, which is our blueberry wheat ale. This one right here is Brewed Awakening, which is our blonde coffee stout. And the third tank, we have Through the Fog, which is our hazy IPA.
Fantastic. Do you have a favorite? You've been doing this a very long time since.
Yeah, so I always say it's like picking your favorite kid. Like it's very hard to, but people with kids always say that they do have a favorite kid. So I'd say probably Brewed Awakening. It's the most unique beer we make, I think. We don't really ever see anything like that on the market. It's got so much flavor, but it looks so light.
Lee, what's it like to have something that you started as really a kid?
Right.
You know, so young, working on this in your back alley.
Right.
To actually have this come to life.
It's a dream come true, to be honest. Yeah, I always wanted a restaurant growing up. I like cooking, but at some point we kind of took a switch and went for the beer route, but it's unbelievable. It's still, I don't know if it's all settled in yet, honestly, yeah. So we've got these little pour spouts. We'll just pour out some of the beer. And we'll have to do this every single day. Then we'll come over here. And then we have various tools that we use. So this would be a hydrometer. We'll test the density of the liquid, basically. And how it'll work is when the beer first starts off, this will be higher up, and as it goes lower, the alcohol is actually being produced, the sugar's being eaten away. You know, if the beer's ready to be packaged, if it's generated all the alcohol we need, that's how you determine how much alcohol's in it. This thing right here is a pH meter. So it's pretty simple. You just put it in, it'll tell you the acidity level of the beer.
I love how you got started in this.
Basically, I wanted to drink craft beer, but craft beer was pretty expensive, and I was a broke college kid. So I literally went to a homebrew store and asked them if I could get the ingredients to start making it. After college, we all started making it together. That's when I met Cody and Pat and our other partners. And we just kind of kept getting better at it and better at it. It's very rewarding.
Well,
you work hard on something.
I can't wait to try it. So
yeah.
Let's go over. I want to see Cody and sample some.
Let's do it,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, Cody, I am ready to try some beer.
This is the fun part.
This is the fun part.
All right, so we're gonna take a little adventure here.
Okay, what are we starting with?
So this first one that I'm pouring for you, this is the lightest beer that we offer. It's called our Mountain of Gold. So this is that one. You can call it dad beer, you can call it lawnmower beer, but this is your very light-bodied, easy to drink, kind of a crushable beer. We called it Mountain of Gold because Dormont actually roughly translates in French to Mountain of Gold. So this was kind of a tip of the cap to the community that we're in. So the next one that we're going to do is actually, it's currently the newest release that we have. This one is called Cinta Roja, and it is a strawberry margarita sour. Sours are really, really popular right now. So we knew that we had to get into that game. A lot of people, we didn't have one on tap right away. So we were kind of appeasing the masses, and it's a perfect one for this time of year.
The smell is so unusual. I didn't expect to get that from it.
Yep, it's packed full of fruit. It's got strawberry, lime, lemons, a lot of citrus coming through, and a pinch of salt to kind of give it that margarita.
You just get that on the tail end of it.
Yep, so this one, is our flagship IPA, actually. It's called Back Alley IPA. So this is a very standard American IPA. One of the first beers that we brewed when we were home brewing, a recipe that we've kind of perfected over the years, and then whenever we first started selling beer a little bit over a year ago, that was one of the first releases that we had. So sort of our flagship namesake beer.
That is perfect.
It's a very balanced beer, and I think that's one of the benefits of us having homebrewed so long before we opened up the space, was a lot of these recipes aren't just a year old. We've been doing these for years and years and kind of tweaked and fine-tuned over the years to find that perfect balance.
It's so good. Cody, I hate to be so distracted, but I am, because of whatever safe this is, and I'm looking at this old school picture, which is exactly what's outside the window here.
Yep, so this building is actually over 100 years old. We're currently in the old borough building for Dormont. So you look around and you can just kind of see the history. Things like this vault door, things like the space that you and Lee were just exploring was originally the fire truck garage. There was a police station here at one point, the borough chambers.
So police occupied this space once before. Does that mean you have jail cells?
We do have jail cells. We do. Yep. We've heard from more than a few of our customers that have been in Dormont for a lot longer than we have that may or may not have spent a night or two in those jail cells. So
I love when you can come to a bar, saddle up to a bar and hear a good story, and it feels like there's so much rich history here that you can do just that. So let's have one last beer.
One last beer. All right, we're gonna save arguably the best for last. This one is one of the beers that we're most proud of. It's our Brewed Awakening. We say we're most proud of it not just because we think that it turned out great, but it's a really unique style. It's a blonde coffee stout. So when you hear coffee stout, you typically picture those very dark, full-bodied beers.
Right.
It does have a nice, good body to it, but it's got that light color because of the grain that we use when we're brewing it. And as you'll smell and taste, it's not shy on the coffee flavor.
But it's so balanced. You
Yep.
get the coffee, you get the beer, you get like the little fizz that you get with the beer. That is delicious and
Yep.
so unique. It's like drinking a cold brew, I'm telling you, a
like
little
it.
iced coffee. Thank you so much, Cody.
Thanks, Heather.
Cheers. And if Cody looks at all familiar, it's because he spent a lot of time at Animal Friends. This is his new job, and he is loving it so much. We loved being there and getting that behind-the-scenes look. If you would like to try out some of their sips being offered at Back Alley Brewing Company, it's located at 2975 West Liberty Avenue in Dormont. You can't miss it. You know the historic building. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, and you can find more information on our website. It's kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.